Okay, David Kinney, president of Critical Factors, and we're here on video number 3 in this series for small business CEOs that want to gain greater insights or greater control over the operation of their company from the insights you can gain from using your financials. This relates to an article or articles I have written about how to organize a company and how I go into a company and create a structure that can be applied to any company of any size in any industry. I don't care if it's for-profit or non-profit, services or widgets, Fortune 100 or startup. Every single company has these 6 components to them. And if you organize your financials in this way, it gives you greater insight into the operation of your company. And I think equally importantly, when you get along to that point where you need to get everybody in alignment within your company, it just makes for a much easier way to make everybody understand how the company operates. Okay, so I'll just take you through this real quickly, and then we're going to apply this to the financials. Every company, again, services or widget, has to either have a product or a service. That's what makes you a company, right? You have something that a definable target audience wants. So every company has to have somebody who manages not the production, but the conceptualization, the design, the refinement of your product or your service. And I can go into this in a lot more detail, but again, just to keep it simple, you have to have a product or a service, and somebody needs to be responsible for that product or service. Next, you could have the greatest product or service in the world, but if no one knows about it, it's not going to do you any good. So the second component of every single company is marketing. And marketing's job is to either create awareness or inspire trial of your product or your service. Next, sales. Now, a lot of companies combine them. To me, that's completely wrong because marketing and sales have 2 very, very distinct purposes. Marketing's job, again, is to create awareness or inspire trial. Sales' job is to convert that interest into revenue. Um, and that's enough to say about sales. Once it's sold, operations is a huge department. You have to produce it, you may have to warehouse it, you have to ship it, you have to support it. So operations is a pretty big bucket and includes the facilities and anything that's operational for your company. Once you've shipped it and so forth, finance is the next component of every company. Finance has 3 primary responsibilities: manage accounts receivable, in other words, make sure you get paid on time; manage accounts payable. This is a huge area that people miss tremendous opportunities on. And I'm just going to say this with regard to accounts payable. Imagine in a perfect world if you could manage your accounts payable to the extent that every single vendor gave you an extra 30 days to pay. You've just purchased 30 days of cash flow. And cash is the most important, it's the lifeblood of every company. But anyway, we're not going to get into a lot of detail about that. But anyway, that 5th component is finance. Oh, and the 3 areas that finance is really responsible for primarily are accounts receivable, accounts payable, and cash management. Hopefully, you're going to make enough profit where you have a lot of cash, and you want that cash working for you. So anyway, that's the 3rd component of finance. And then finally, administration. I used to refer to this as the executive office, but you know what? Every single one of these departments has an executive ultimately associated with it. This is the administration department or the administration component of a company, at least in the structure that I offer for my clients, is the support for the overall company. And it's really important. It's the CEO, it's strategy, it's tax strategy, it's the overall operating strategy of the company. It is risk management, all of your insurances and so forth. It's your legal. And very importantly, it's your HR. HR should not be in operations. HR needs to be sacrosanct from the rest of the organization. HR has to be like Switzerland. So anyway, Those are the 6 components of every company, and now we'll see how we apply them in the financials.